get there?
A simple spell should work, but it would require someone from the human world to help us get there.
We can ask him.
Oh, he'd definitely help us. I'm not so sure about...
Reistra, aren't you tired of pleasing Father all of the time?
I am, but...
If you stay, you'll be married off and become ruler of Father's kingdom. You'll have no time for yourself or with us, and you'll be constantly at war with the other realms for power. You'll most likely turn into the spitting image of Father.
What he's saying is, get your head out of your ass and let's go. If you don't say yes, I'll drag your princely ass with us. I don't care what that bastard of a father wants.
I care.
Come on, Raistero.
All right, let's do this. What's the plan?
Angry dads tend to be very violent against small girls who get in the way. But luckily we don't have to deal with him. We just gotta deal with Diana. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was seeing the history of their lives before my very eyes. Rhyming! They were nobles, and James was the heir to the kingdom the commander ruled. Even more so, he was going to be married to Diana. They sacrificed everything to leave and be together. They'd rather be free than remain in their noble roles. Sorry, I burped. I thought it was just going to be like, but it was a burp. I started to feel a little jealous. They were able to leave while I was still expected to be what my father wanted me to be. How they were able to leave was uncertain still, but I knew I would learn in time. I closed my eyes and mentally asked Damien to end the vision. As soon as I asked, the world around me slowly vanished, and I was brought back to the bedroom where I sat with my head nestled in Damien's hands. But yeah, whatever image you had in your head when James was doing whatever he was doing and we weren't allowed to see, wasn't that a much better image than what the game just showed us? My vision began to clear, letting me fully see the boys around me, all with concerned faces.
So, you now know exactly who we are.
Diana is the girl you were supposed to marry.
Not anymore. Once we left, the arrangement was broken. With no sons to marry off, her dad couldn't go through with the marriage deal.
If Diana is here for us, that means she's trying to save her kingdom from being attacked.
That's not true. She wants to rule our kingdom. Having one of us will give her the right to our kingdom, as much as we'd have right over hers.
So she's a gold digger.
Except, while you could say it's canon for these storylines, for Diana to be a gold digger, when you're introduced to her, if you don't go after the boys, it is made very clear that she's literally does not care about ruling any kingdom but her own. And that she's just trying to save her people and her life, essentially. But who cares? Not even close? Wait, so you're saying the game did it better than your imagination? Because if so... It's not a spoiler. I mean, it is, but this is not a game for people who don't want to know anything about the game. I mean, a stream. Fuck. Can't even fucking talk right.
Well, with a kingdom like ours, what succubus wouldn't want to marry us for it?
It all made sense. She wanted them so that she could finally take over an opposing kingdom. She knew that despite her powers, she wouldn't be able to fight against their father. So she had to find another way in. You pictured it better in your head. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, I feel like most people can imagine more than naked guy with black legs and painted stripes on their shoulders with generic horns, like, taped to their heads. But I didn't want to say that exactly and insult your entire thing. That manipulative! Before I could continue, I felt my head suddenly get heavy and dizzy. I gripped my head. Mewling under my breath? God, I hate that word. What the?
I took too much. I'm so sorry.
Rest now. There's no need to do anything more today.
The boy suddenly rushed over and helped me lay back down as my vision was painted in white polka dots. Oh god, that's bad. I needed sleep badly. Instantly, I closed my eyes and let darkness consume me. Man, I wish that were me! After what seemed like hours, I finally woke up, slightly refreshed. My body knew that if I slept any longer, I'd be up all night, which was not part of the plan for the day. I rubbed my eyes and sat up, letting a soft groan escape my lips. In response, something beside my bed shuffled, causing me to look over. I didn't know what I was expecting. Beside me, sitting in a chair beside the bed, was James, rousing himself up to see me awake. I smiled at him, seeing his slightly ruffled hair and tired eyes.
Oh, you're awake. Good. Oh, how do you feel?
Fucking exhausted, my dude.
Oh,
Hold on,
you're
hold on,
awake.
hold on. Gotta save. Better. James nodded before he gently reached over and ran his hand through my hair, examining my face with soft sadness.
I'm sorry this is all happening to you. I really wish there was something I could do to fix all of this.
You could snap your magic fingers and make one of your brothers go back to bullshit land and marry her. Make Sam do it. James, it's not your fault.
No, if we never came, then you'd never be targeted by either Malix or Diana.
But I want to get that sweet... You know what I mean? I quickly reached over and put my finger on his lips, stopping him from going any further. I didn't want to hear it. James. Honey. Darling. Sweetie pie, sugar plum, princess. It's fine. I gently moved my hand and cupped James' cheek. Staring at him with concern. I didn't want him to hold guilt in his mind about the whole ordeal. Diana was desperate and she'd hunt anyone for them. I'm like trying not to go blind here. It wasn't his fault she was desperate enough to hunt them down. However, I was curious. But not so curious to not have break time. Oh, man. How many hours do we have left? Oh, my God. 8 more hours. Christ. That's a long time. All right, well. It is break time, so get up, stretch, have a drink, have a snack, pet your pets for me, and do all those awesome things you can do in the next 20 minutes. And I will be back soon. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so upset because my broccoli bowl took too long to cook. And I couldn't even get half of it eaten because it was so hot before break ended. I'm gonna have one more little bite, but then I'm gonna get back to the game. These things are made by Marie Callender's, and well, I live in the Midwest, so the prices are really cheap for like everything here. So if you live somewhere that's just more expensive in general, like on the coast or something, they might not even have this, and it might be more expensive. But these things are $2.50 a bowl, and it's a bowl of like this ginger sauce, little slices of beef, which are good. Like, it's, you know, like you get some like quick meals and the beef or the meat or whatever's in there doesn't really look or even taste like meat. This is really like, I don't care if this isn't meat, it looks and tastes like beef, and it's amazing. And the broccoli in here is so like firm and not mushy. It's amazing. I hate mushy vegetables unless it's like carrots in a stew or potatoes. Oh, I love potatoes. But the broccoli is so bright and green and crunchy. And the rice is really thick. It's not like really tiny rice, which I like. I know I said only one more bite, but oh, it's so good. Canada? They might have them in Canada. I don't know if Marie Callender's is like an international brand or not. It is really good. And they're so cheap. And there's a lot in it. Like, I think it's some like Healthy Choice or Cafe something that has something similar that's really good. Where it's like a steamer thing where like the sauce is in the bottom, and then there's like a little strainer that holds the solid stuff. Then you mix it together after it's been cooked. That's good, but that's like $3, and it has like less food. This baby though, it's got so much food. I did get one the other day that had way too much broccoli in it. Like there was more broccoli than rice. It was kind of insane. And it kind of tasted weird. But I still ate the whole thing. It was real good. That sauce is so amazing. But anyway, if you like that kind of thing and you're ever at like Walmart or whatever grocery store you have out here in the Midwest, there's like 8 Walmarts in every town. So I always just find them at Walmart. Because you can't really beat $2.50 for that much food. Like, I don't know. It's just good. Like, it's hard to find good Chinese food. And this isn't really Chinese food, but it, like, when I'm craving, like, Chinese food, like, I feel like almost everyone, when they order Chinese, they get, like, the broccoli, I think it's like a broccoli chicken thing. And then you get it with rice, and, you know, it's like that. That's basically what this is, but with beef. Oh my god, I said I would actually start playing the game again, and I haven't! I gotta not eat this beef bowl. But it's okay. So good. Okay, I'm gonna swallow it, and I'm not gonna eat anymore, I swear to God. Oh god, I gotta get this bowl away from me. I will eat this thing cold. I don't care. I just need to get away from me for now. Where do I put it? Let's go put it over here. Put it where my tissues used to be when I was sick and dying. Where do I put? Whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Okay. Chinese sounds bomb. I keep eating this pasta and doing 0 damage. Oh, you had that what was it earlier? It was like a rotini, tricolor rotini with tuna, right? I think. Or was that the thing that James made for us in the game? I unfortunately don't remember. But it's okay. It's great. We're Gucci. I got a new Dr. Pepper. She tastes bomb. And apparently we're curious about something. So, James, you're a demon prince. James then twirled a strand of my hair around his finger, staring at it.
Yes, I am. I was.
Oh, wow. Don't get all depressing on me, James. Was?
I was a demon prince when I lived in the Abyssal Plains. I didn't enjoy a single minute of being the heir. The only moments I truly enjoyed were when I was with my brothers. Thus, I left with them to come here.
Ugh. Ace. Yeah, diced tomatoes, celery, olives, Italian sauce. Oh, ew, gross. Blah, blah, blah. No wonder why it's doing 0 damage. That just does not sound tasty. What was it like while you were there? Was it everything you could have hoped and more?
Well, other than consistent studying and training to be a resilient leader and all-around ruthless lord, it was bland. I never truly knew what freedom was until I was excused from my sessions.
James looked to me with a thoughtful look on his face. I stared back, wondering what was going through his mind. He then smiled before taking off his glasses and placing them on me. Wait a minute, does he even need glasses? I was surprised, but instead of seeing him, I saw dark gold and purple magic swirl in front of my eyes through the glass. Whoa! Oh, we're gonna get something really depressing. Oh, God. Your hard work is pretty much filling you up? There you go. God, I get so paranoid when I'm sleep deprived. I just start hearing things. Like, I could have sworn someone said my name earlier in my deaf ear. And that freaked me out really bad. But obviously that couldn't have happened. The vision cleared and I suddenly was back in the demon castle. I looked around, feeling stuck in a... So, question, should I be drinking for this? I mean, as someone who is 21 and can legally drink, I always say, you know, there's never a bad time to drink unless, like, you're doing it because you're sad and you're trying to forget something. But also, you shouldn't drink to try to remember something either. I don't know. I feel like, there shouldn't be reasons to drink. There's only reasons not to drink. Which sounds like pro-alcoholism, but what I mean by that is, if you can find a reason not to drink, you shouldn't drink. But if you can't think of a reason not to drink, then go for it. Simple yes would be fine. Well, okay. I don't know how old you are, and I didn't want to say, yeah, you should be drinking, and then someone be like, oh my God, underage drinking, and me be like, well, listen, how am I supposed to know these things? I'm just giving my input on how I view drinking. So, in a perfect world, yes, you should be drinking for this. But I can't guarantee good things will happen if you do. I usually have a great time when I'm drinking. Like, one of my friends has told me that I'm one of two things when I'm drunk. I'm either everybody's friend or the most depressed bitch there is. So, I guess it just kind of depends what kind of drunk you are. And what you have to drink. That's another important thing. Drinking's not fun when what you're drinking tastes like crap. Because then you're just drunk and going, wow, this is nasty. Getting drunk and going, wow, this is nasty. And then before you know it, it's the next day and you're like, wow, that was disgusting. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why the fuck I did that. I looked around, feeling stuck in place, but my eyes instantly landed on a demon version of James. He was sitting on the throne of the main hall, reading over a book with an intense expression. It was kind of cute to see, but he read in silence. Oh my God!
Out your eyes if you read too much.
He doesn't need glasses! I just fucking noticed that! He doesn't need glasses! Why is he wearing glasses? Oh my god. James looked up from his book to see a figure materialize in front of him. It was an older woman with a black coat and aged horns. Yeah, that's pretty fucking aged. You're looking rough, honey. I could see she had power, though, and it gave me shivers to look at her.
Sirona, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at the Lord gathering with my father?
Roxas! It's your last break of the night? Well, you joined at a great time. Break just ended. I'm slightly less delirious than whenever the last time you were here. At least I think so. And Ace is about to get drinking, so how's work been? Because I'll tell you what, the stream is it's been a stream.
I should, yes. But I had to stop by and see the Demon Lord's favorite son before I head in.
I am honored. However, I must apologize and return to my reading.
I'm tired as all hell. Boy, same. I am right there with you. I've got another... I'm trying to do math. Less than 8 hours, but we're just going to say 8 hours so that I don't get too excited. And then I get to sleep.
Of course. Wouldn't want to make the Demon Lord angry now, would you?
I've never seen this character before, by the way. There's a few characters that are exclusive to the different Demon Boys little flashbacks, because you get one for every boy. And that's why Damien's route has all of those trigger warnings, because his little flashback is really, really depressing and intense. I've been stocking liquor for the past 7.5 hours. God, I can't spell right now. Bro, I can't even read right now. I wouldn't even know. I didn't even realize you spelled that wrong. There's no judgment here. All right? We're all tired here. I could see James's eye twitch a bit at her comment. However, James simply bowed his head and went back to his school and where did I get school from? What the fuck? What the fuck? There's no school. It just says book. Sirona shook her head and let out a chuckle.
What will you do when you become the Demon Lord? It's such a big responsibility.
James looked up once again, confused at the question. Sirona simply smiled and began to walk away.
Think about that.
Roxas, you work 10 hours a day? How many days a week, man? I hope they're paying you bank. Jesus. Back when I was working my full-time job and my part-time job, I was working like 9 hours at my full-time job, and then I'd have 2 hours in between that and my other job, which was anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. And so I was just in hell constantly. So I know how it is when you're way overworked. Man, that sucks. James and I watched her walk away, both of us with the same surprised and confused expression. I looked back to James to see him press his lips together and stare at the floor. Anyone could tell that he was lost, unsure of how to even answer that to himself. It was strange to see him in a form of weakness, jostled at a simple question that was more than it appeared. 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. Jesus. Well, I'd say at least it's only 4 days, but as someone who's done the whole rise and grind thing, it's intense. Like, doesn't matter how many breaks you get, how long you have to do something. When you're overworked, you're just fucking overworked. Trying to lose weight so I can work at an oil fill. Huh. I don't know anything about weight loss because I've always had a really fast metabolism. And when I moved out here into the Midwest, my weight has gone through some really drastic changes, and it hasn't even been 2 years. I've like fluctuated between 110 and 135 multiple times, which is partially because I keep getting sick and like either losing a lot of weight or gaining a lot of weight. So my weight is all over the place. I've got stretch marks everywhere now. And so I couldn't help you there, but kudos to you for overworking yourself, I guess. I mean, man, 10 hours a day, that's just, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. At least not 10 hours straight, because I was working like 15 hours a day. But, well, it was more like 13, 14. I don't know where I got 15 from. See, I can't do math. I'm tired. Hell, I'm a big boy. 325 pounds. I mean, I ain't gonna judge. But I don't know anything about losing weight. I can barely figure out how the hell I'm gaining weight half the time. Beer is disgusting. Amen. Cannot stand it. Just the smell of it makes me want to die. I'm a wine, whiskey, and fucking vodka bitch. James closed his eyes and he closed his eyes and he closed the book. It was then that I noticed that the tired circles under his eyes. He had been working himself to the bone with his training and reading. When was the last time he slept? I could feel James in the real world gently slide the glasses from my face and place them back on his. It took me a second to recenter my vision, but I then looked to James, who smiled at me. He doesn't fucking need glasses!
It was then that I decided to find my brothers. Little did I know that they were wanting me to come on a trip that would make me leave my entire realm to be in a new world.
I stared up at him, surprised, before bringing my hand gently back onto his cheek and running a thumb softly under his eye. Whew! I like rum. Rum's okay. I am what you people call a sexy drinker. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'll believe you, Roxas. God, my throat's really feeling it. He looked healthier and a lot less tired than when I saw him in the vision. Something about that made me happy. I mean, that's been a week? It's been like a week, maybe? Maybe 2 weeks since that happened? It's amazing what potions can do! James gently leaned into my hand, closing his eyes and relaxing. He then slightly smiled, trying to joke.
So, how does it feel to hold the affections of an ex-demon prince?
I stared, feeling my cheeks glow red in surprise and embarrassment. But I smiled and giggled slightly, running my thumb back and forth along his cheek gently. I have to say, I'm not impressed. You don't even need those fucking glasses. James frowned, making me stop moving my thumb as he stared at me.
I can promise you, that was no life to live.
But it was your home.
A home is where you can be yourself, not tied to your duty.
James gently ran his hand along my cheek, gingerly outlining the edge of my eye and ear with his thumb.
Home is where all I have to do is care about the ones close to me.
You live in the Midwest. Is it hot or cold? It's always hot here in Texas. I've only been to Texas once, and that was when they had a freak ice storm. I'd say it's and I'm originally from New England, so it's hotter than I'm used to, but probably way colder than you're used to. And there's a lot of like weird weather fluctuations, but I don't know if that's a Midwest thing or if it's a climate change thing. So I don't really know. Boy. James smiled and gently leaned in, kissing my forehead. I felt a small shiver run down my spine from his kiss, noting that he sneakily took some energy from me in that little kiss. That was a little redundant. You didn't need to mention that it was a kiss twice.
You need to rest. You're not fully recovered. You might as well rest until dinner is ready.
Well, if I'm not fully recovered, why the fuck do you take my energy? Huh? You can't get cold? It can be 10 degrees and I still wear shorts? I mean, same. Like, it's not that I can't get cold, but my legs don't get cold. Like, my toes, my fingers, they will freeze. But my legs are like fucking polar bear. What is it? Is it blubber? Yeah, polar bear blubber. James smiled and gently pressed me back down onto the bed, leaning his forehead on mine. I don't know what to do, so we're gonna back it up. Give me keys. Out of playful fun, I lifted my head and gently kissed James, softly laying a hand on his cheek to keep his face close. James stared in surprise before kissing me back, caressing my cheek, slightly melting at the touch of our lips. A soft sigh escaped his lips before he slowly pulled away with a smile. He gently licked his lips, making me go red in the face at the simple gesture. He let out a satisfied hum before nuzzling my forehead.
Rest.
For realsies this time! And with that, he stood up and left the room, leaving me to rest as per his request. I smiled to myself before relaxing into the mattress. Oh god, was it all a trick? Was it all a fucking illusion? I suddenly tensed up. I felt majorly uneasy. Something wasn't right. I felt it in my core. She must be here. The thought of her in the house infuriated me beyond belief. I had to make sure she wasn't here. God fucking damn it. It's a fucking illusion. I fucking hate it. I rolled out of bed and quickly left my room, wandering the halls and listening closely. She was a demon, but I was listening very intently. There was no way she would have been able to sneak up on me. Oilfield pays me well. My uncle's been working on one for 10 plus years, and he makes about $8,000 per month. Hell, at my job, I might make that in 7 or 8 months. Yeah, fucking tell me about it. I don't make that in a year. I make like $3,000 a year. And that's not even true because like $1,000 a year so far has gone to medical bills since I moved out here. It's insane. I know you're here. Where are you? I could feel myself growl. It wasn't a matter of fear that she'd take away the boys anymore. Her very existence had lit a fire of rage within my gut, which only grew as each day went by. This feud was getting on my nerves, and I knew it would not end well for one of us. I wasn't going to lose to that demon lesbian!
Diana, what are you doing here?
Well, break's over. Have fun. I will, Roxas. Thank you for stopping by, and again, thank you for the sub. I hope to see you around more often, which of course means I have to stream more often, but them's the breaks. My heart stopped. Diana was with James. My mind flew into slow motion, playing fake images of Diana trying to seduce James in my head to further fan the angry flame inside me. I also need to be quiet because it's almost time for the other people in the house to get up for work. And I don't want to be screaming about weird sex demon stuff at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I instinctively followed James' voice and approached the study. The door was open just a crack, wide enough to peek in without being noticed. I peeked inside to see James by the bookshelf with Diana in one of the armchairs, looking to him.
Silly man, why do you think I'm here?
To be fairly honest, I don't really care.
Bullshit.
I'm hurt, wounded, truly. You don't care that I came to this pathetic little world just for you?
I'm sorry, let me make this clear. You are not welcome here, so I suggest leaving.
Is that any way to speak to your fiancé?
Diana wasn't his finance. He wasn't Diana. Diana wasn't his financier, financer, fiance anymore. Oh fuck! I love English. Why was she speaking as if the arrangement was still going on?
Our arrangement was broken when I left the Abyssal Plains. You are no longer my fiancé.
What a stubborn man, just like your father. Well, you should know, he decreed that should you return home, you'll maintain your status and keep your birthright.
James would be the heir again. Why?
I don't want it.
You don't want it. You'd give up the...
I said I don't want my damned birthright. What birthright? It's imprisonment, a life sentence. Am I not allowed to be selfish for once in my lifetime?
Oh my fucking god, James. Turn the fuck down! Jesus!
It's your reason for your birth. Do you not realize what you have?
Oh god. I could feel James' anger emanating from the crack in the door, fighting with Diana's tension. Diana and James were both matched, staring each other down. Fucking English!
I know exactly what I had. That's all behind me. I'm done with that. To hell with my birthright.
To hell with your birthright. You truly think you can decide that? You are the first son of the Demon Lord. You are the heir to the throne, and I am your bride, the next Demon Queen.
Why was Diana so desperate? Oh god, it irked me. That's gotta get added to the list. Fucking shit. Ugh. Alright, where's my tab? Here we go. Finance, I get it. Assets. It was literally just a slip of my mouth, and I just fucking tripped down a flight of stairs. But I'm gonna pretend I meant to do it. Ace, I'm gonna pretend I meant to say that. It irked me to see how desperate she was to get James to return.
Raystrau, you.
Oh god. Oh my god. Why is James so fucking terrifying? All of a sudden, James ran at Diana and pinned her to the floor by her neck. I felt the need to jump in, but I knew James wasn't trying to do anything romantic. He wouldn't. His voice sent fuck romance! Hold on! Back the fuck up! I'm not worried that he's gonna do something romantic. I'm worried that he's gonna, like, rip her throat out or something! Christ! His voice sent shivers down my spine as they continued to speak with his hand at her throat.
And what gives you the right to use my name like that? Only demons of the same blood are permitted to use each other's true names.
When our families arranged our marriage, I was given permission to use your name as mine. That's what you are, James. You are my husband. I am your queen. You are my Raystrau. I am your Isaur.
I could hear James growling in anger, like he was ready to bite Diana's head off like a wolf would a smaller deer. Oh god, Jesus! The fucking visualization! Like, fuck! I felt myself growl quietly to myself as well. However, James pushed himself off of the floor and returned to the opposite side of the room, away from the prone Diana. I don't know what that means.
I do not belong to you. I belong to her.
I belong to Smacky!
The human girl? You must be joking. A human like her can't possibly provide you what you need. She is a human. You're a demon.
Well, yeah. I felt the urge to storm in and shut her mouth. It would give away my position, but I was growing extremely tired of Diana. Hold on. I remember that, I think it was Matthew's route that I fucked up. I did the wrong thing. So we're actually going to search Matthew's route. Seduce Me, the Otome, Matthew route. And basically, whatever we were supposed to do for him is what I'm going to do this time. Okay, what is the option called anyway? I think it's barge in.